Hello YouTube. Welcome to the United Community Channel. Apologies about not being able to go live for the first half on YouTube. For anyone who's missed out, we have been live on TikTok already, so I do apologise about that. Being a dad and having to look after kids is priority. So yeah, but look, we're in for the second half. So look, I'm delighted to be in. And again, like I said, apologies. Look, good first half. Really was good first half from Manchester United. Nothing really spectacular by any means, but you know, they were professional. They defended well. You know, took their chance when they got in. Obviously, you know, got a penalty. Could have had another one, in my opinion. But let me just get the game up here. Where is the game? Oh, there we go. Yeah, so a good first half. Really was a good first half. Keep smashing the like button for me, guys. Anybody watching on YouTube, if you haven't done so already, I really appreciate it. Hit that like button for me. Helps out the channel a ton. Yeah, let me unpin the message that I put in earlier. Yeah, happy days. Let's see what people are saying here. Cooper, Chris, Twigs, good to see you all there, guys. Paul is in as well. Good to see you guys. Casemiro warming up, says Chris, which is good to see as well. Yeah, look, I hope he does get on. What channel is the match on, says Ethan? It's on BT, Ethan. My wife says you look like MacGyver. Ask your wife if she agrees. Richard Dean. MacGyver. I'll take that as a compliment. But yeah, great to see so many people in as well on TikTok, guys. Like I said, for anyone who's new or anyone who's just joined, you can now subscribe to the TikTok channel as well, and you get some extra perks as well. You'll see once you click on the subscription. Check out what you can get, and if you'd like to subscribe, you can hit go. So appreciate it. But yeah, United are out for the warm up here. Oh yeah, and everyone who was asking, I did bring sweets. The absolute goat of sweets. Jelly tots. The jelly tots. These are my favourite. I'm a bit transparent on YouTube, but who cares? Yeah, jelly tots. Oh man. Jelly tots are just different level. For anyone who's never seen them before, that's what they look like. They're little tots. So, now, if you eat one at a time, like I just did, you're not my friend. You need to get a handful of tots and eat them like that. It's the only way to do it. Shit. I shouldn't have opened the bag fully. Now, they won't stand up. Alright, there we go. Want to get my headphones in for the commentary here, guys. But yeah, jelly tots, absolute game changer. Absolute game changer. Now, so we're off. Second half. Let me get the timer running as well, guys. Anyone on TikTok, if you do want the full experience, we're live over on YouTube now for the second half. We have the scoreboard, the ticker tape, the timer, all on the screen, and the starting 11, all of that good stuff. So if you want to go over there and check that out, link is on my homepage, or you can just search United Community Channel. We're live there too. But yeah, happy days, we're off. Casemiro is on. Who's he on for? Let's have a quick check, see who he's on for. He's on for McTominay. Moving to YouTube, says K-Pal. No problem, buddy. We'll see you over there. Let's see what people are saying here. Ericsson looks like a monk with his hair. Alright. Twig says jelly tots are class. They are class. Aaron says, what are you sitting on? A chair? Well, you can't see it with the green screen. Open opportunities. Says jelly tots and a drink of Coke. I'd be more of a Fanta man myself. Fanta orange or Club lemon. Dylan is in. Good to see you, pal. Thought Landon here better than the old TikTok. Absolutely. Absolutely. And Cooper says jelly tots are merchants. Jelly tots are amazing. That's what jelly tots are. So yeah. Favourite colour? Club Rock Shandy. Says Tom. Yeah. Club Rock Shandy is unbelievable. Who's playing football, mate? Says John. So, Sheriff are playing Manchester United in the Europa League, John. Club Rock Shandy is pretty unbelievable as well. A can of it though. A can of Rock Shandy. A can of anything is better than a bottle. In my opinion. Twig says he's floating on thin air. The United Magic Channel. Great to see so many people in, guys. Paul says glass bottles that you get in a pub. Yeah, that's a good shout as well. That is a good shout. I think everything in a pub tastes better. The Fanta and the Club Lemon and the Club Orange, they all taste better. But the potatoes taste better as well. Or sorry, for anyone who's not from Ireland, the crisps. Yeah, potatoes just always taste better in a pub. And then you have bacon fries. They always taste better in a pub. Scampi fries, peanuts, chocolate. The list goes on. The list goes on. So again, Sheriff have started decent enough here. And they're looking confident when they're on the ball. Now, United are not closing them down with the same intensity that we've seen against the likes of Liverpool or teams like that. But Casemiro gets in there and digs out a tackle. But again, Sheriff, I mean, they're spirited in fairness to him. Football says, sell one, bench one, start one. Foden, Mount, Saka. I would sell Mount, bench Saka, and start Foden. John is from Ireland. Am says cheese moments. Mike says McTominay is like a new signing, and all of a sudden he is. Last 4 games now. He's after getting subbed off there, but you know, he certainly has been playing really well, I have to say. I've been very impressed with him, I really have. But and it's good. It just goes to show what a bit of competition will do. You know, we've been crying out for a centre midfielder, a DM, for 3 years now. And McTominay has been getting away with murder. And, you know, you see what happens with a bit of competition and a coach who's actually coaching. It just makes so much of a difference, you know. Chris says, what are bacon fries and scampi fries? So they're like, what would it be? What would be the same as in America? Pork rinds. That's what bacon fries would be. Maybe pork rinds, something like that. And then scampi fries are kind of I can't even describe scampi fries. Some people think they're disgusting. I don't think they're that bad. Yeah, they'd be like Cheez-Its or something like that. Cheesy kind of flavour. Ireland have the best snacks, I guess, says Cooper. They absolutely do. They absolutely do. They have unbelievable snacks, I have to say. best chocolate, the best potatoes, the best Guinness. And we do have the best beer in the world as well, I have to say. Like, no offense to anyone who's from England here, but your pints are absolutely piss. They all come out flat, no head on them. It's like, there's no. I don't know. I just think they're crap. Jelly tots made by Roundtree. They are made by Roundtree, Chris. Paul says, how has the link up from the top three gone? It's been okay. Ronaldo. Alright, this is the last mouthful of jelly tots because I need to start talking. So Ronaldo is dropping out, looking for the ball an awful lot. And instead of the two wide men cutting in to the space that he leaves behind him, they're staying wide. But what it is allowing us to do is it's allowing both Eriksen and Bruno to run past Ronaldo then as the third runner. And I've seen that a couple of times. So yeah, in terms of link-up play, they haven't been directly linking up with each other an awful lot. Like we see there now, Ronaldo's dropping out. Bruno Fernandes, Anthony, Dalot are all ahead of him. So that's the kind of that looks to be the tactic. But in terms of direct link up between Ronaldo, Sancho, and Anthony, there's no direct real 1-2s or anything like that. Well, there hasn't been a lot. Cooper says Benny McCarthy is doing his job in the attack. He certainly is. Chris says he's going to order some, getting these Irish treats in. Has to be done. Let's see. Bubble says Pub King, the blue packages. Nah, no way. Tayto, cheese and onion, all day. If you haven't got some, go get them. Tayto, Tayto, cheese and onion. Unbelievable. Get 2 slices of bread. Put some Irish butter on them. Preferably Kerrygold. Get a bag of Taytos, put them in. Tayto sandwich. Unbelievable. What's the score, says Kian? So it's 2-0 to Manchester United. Sancho and Ronaldo with the goals. You're not sinking a few cans watching the footy, says John. It's a school night, John. Can't be doing it on school night, my friend. Not when you have a 14-month-old to look after. So, no beers tonight, my friend. And I was on a golfing trip last weekend for 4 days with a few of the lads, so I'm going to detox for a couple of weeks, I think. He seems more confident without the other two behind him, says Bubbles. Messi or Ronaldo, be honest. This is completely honest. A few years ago, I was Messi all day long. But I have to say, Ronaldo's goals, for me, just put him up there. I would slightly edge it to Ronaldo. And my way of explaining it is Messi is a better player. Ronaldo's a better goal scorer. If that makes sense. But yeah, I'd have to go with Ronaldo. I really would. I think, let me put it this way. How many goals has Messi got in someone tell me in the chat, tell me as fast as you can. How many goals has Messi got in France since he's arrived? Someone can tell me there really quick. Roughly. Doesn't have to be on point. Can anyone tell me? "33", says Cooper. So that's probably 33 since he joined. How long is he there? He's there. Is this his third season? Is this his third season or his second season? Anyway, however long Messi has been in, right? Let's say he's got 33 goals since he's been there, and this is his second season. Ronaldo would easily be on 60 in that league. He would. You know what I mean? And and 33 does sound like a bit high, but one sec. Good corner. Oh, Ronaldo. No. Messi goals for PSG. I get it now. Messi stats. Right, so he has 9 goals in the league since he arrived. He has 19 goals. He has 19 goals, including the French Cup, the Trophy, the Champions, whatever that is. So I'll count that as well. I'll give him that one. 19, say. So he has 19 goals in... Oh, Ronaldo would easily have 40 goals last season in the French league. He would. He just fucking would. You know. So that's for that reason alone, I would put Ronaldo as better than Messi at the moment. For that reason alone. But great question. What county are you from in Ireland? Says football. I'm from Kilkenny. Let's see. Chris says they play 2 different positions. I would start a team with Ronaldo in his prime rather than Messi in his prime. And Paul says CR7 has done it everywhere he's played, including international, where Messi struggled in PSG and international. Chris says harder to find goal scorers than to find CMs or CAMs. Let's see. Yeah, and let's see what people are saying here. Ronaldo, yeah, Am says Ronaldo will get 50 in the French league. I think he would. I really think he would. And like if he goes back to somewhere like Portugal next season or something like that in a so-called lesser league, he'll get 30 goals easily. And you know, he's already the highest goal scorer in the game's history. So I think the reason why you and anyone who's watching my content, you know, over the summer will know the reason why he wants out of Manchester United. It's not because he doesn't love Manchester United or anything like that. It's lob. Oh, nearly lobbed. They nearly got lobbed. The reason why he wants out of Manchester United is he's petrified that Messi will beat his Champions League goal scoring record. So, you know, I mean, other than that, he has it sewn up, you know. What about goal to game ratio? I have no idea, to be quite honest. I really don't. Patrick says I'm into hurling. Not really. I watch Kilkenny in the All Ireland, in the All Ireland competitions, all right. But Leinster and All Ireland. But other than that, I'm not mad into it really. Big soccer head, football head. If you gave my nan a contract for PSG, she'd be top goal scorer within a season. But yeah, I'd like to see United go on now and get another goal here and just wrap the tie up and get some of the young lads onto the field. But just a little bit scrappy with some of our passing. Ronaldo gives on the way there. But you know, and as well, not even to do that, just to you know, to rest players as well. Is it 3 substitutes or 5 substitutes in the Europa League? Someone could potentially tell me that in the chat. 5 people are saying. Casemiro is on, Patrick. Yeah, come on at halftime. Yeah, so there, I mean, if we could just go and get another goal now, you know, you could bring on some of the young lads, give some of the other players a rest. The likes of maybe Christian Eriksen, Rafael Varane, players like this, that would be maybe a little bit older, that you would be protecting from injury and things like that. Looks like we're making a substitution here. Is it? No? No, just a bit of argy-bargy in the box. So it's a corner here to United. Christian Eriksen is standing over. The referee is having his say in the middle. Corner comes in, headed wide, or headed clear. Malacia does well. Our scampi fries, shrimp scampi flavoured crisps. They could be, Chris. Yeah, they could be. So I can find a company called Smith's that makes scampi and bacon fries. They come in a yellow bag. They're the ones. Scampi are in a yellow bag, and bacon fries are in a red bag. So there. Smash a like on the video as well, guys, if you haven't done so already. Anyone watching on YouTube, I really appreciate it. Take a second, hit the thumbs up button for me. It helps the channel out an awful lot. Anyone watching on TikTok as well, we're aiming for 20,000 likes. We're nearly at 13,500, so about a half an hour to go on the game. If you wouldn't mind, keep tapping that screen for me. Helps the channel out an awful lot. And you can now subscribe to my TikTok channel if you wish. Obviously, there is a fee that you have to pay. I think it's $6. Completely optional if you want, but you get some extra content. You get a badge beside your name. You get priority in the chat as well, getting your comments read out, and you get a chance to join some of the lives as well. So if anyone is requesting to join, they have to be a subscriber to join in on the lives. So feel free to check it out if you wish. Eriksen here now gets the ball to Bruno. Has a bit of space on the left, gets it to Malacia, and we win a corner out of it. So some good play there by United, you'd have to say. Aaron says, will Haaland break Ronnie record? Probably. If he can stay injury free, he will probably break the record. As much as it kills me to say, he's just a machine. Patrick says, nice jersey in the background. That one there, that's it is a nice jersey, but it's not. This is a green screen. It's not real. You see my finger disappearing? It's a green screen, but it is a nice jersey. Chris says, sweet, I'm the only one eligible for lives. You certainly are, Chris. So Chris is the first subscriber to the YouTube channel, or to the TikTok channel. So Chris can come on any live he wants. What's the score, says Evan? So it's 2-0 to United, Evan. Sancho and Ronaldo with the 2 goals. So game is just kind of, not that it's petering out, but I mean, Sheriff are not creating an awful lot. They're not a big threat really, but like we were saying, it'd be great if United could get a 3rd goal here now. Get some of the young players onto the pitch. Give some of the older guys maybe a rest, like Eriksen, Varane. How is that a fucking free? Casemiro gets up and wins a lovely header. How is that a free? Casemiro's an animal, by the way. Gerard says, do you play FIFA? I don't, but there's a big book, Gerard. I'm starting a FIFA career mode on Twitch when the new FIFA comes out. So anyone who's watching, if you want to go over and follow my Twitch account, you can. It's United Community Channel. You'll find a link on my homepage here on TikTok, or you can scan the QR code. But just search United Community Channel on Twitch. I'm going to be starting the Manchester United career mode over there once the new FIFA comes out. So I'm going to be starting it maybe around the start of October. We're going to do it maybe 2 or 3 times a week. So make sure you get across and follow my Twitch channel. I haven't played it in years, so it's going to be fun, and it's going to be very interactive. I'm going to need your help on it because I have no idea what I'm doing. So I'm going to be taking your advice on players to sign and formations to play, and systems and tactics and all that kind of stuff. So make sure you follow the Twitch account or subscribe to the Twitch account. I see a couple. I see Seamus is already after jumping in and subscribing there or following. So appreciate it. Make sure you follow as well on YouTube, guys, because what I'm going to do is if I'm not able to, or if you're not able to get the Twitch, if you're not able to get to Twitch and watch us live, I'll be uploading the videos to YouTube the next day. So make sure you're subscribed to the YouTube channel as well. Anyone on TikTok, link is on my homepage here. You can subscribe to the YouTube channel. You won't miss any of the FIFA career modes once the new game comes out. Who are United playing next in the Premier League, says Patrick. We're not playing for 17 days after tonight, Patrick. So our next game is away to Man City. So I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. I'll put up a TikTok today, actually, about Ten Hag and what he said in relation to the break that we've had in games. And Ten Hag seems to think it's going to be a positive thing because he's getting more time on the training ground with his players and things like that. But then you flip it over and you're also playing the best team in the country, probably in the world, as your next game back. So there's pros and cons to both. Daddy George Floyd says Ronaldo and United are embarrassing. Ronaldo is finished. Well, what are you doing in this group chat then? Just see that. See your thumb. Just do that, look. And just go on to the next one. Chris says, I will battle your career mode with my own. Set some parameters. I have no idea. Here's Ericsson now coming down the left-hand side. Squares it to Ronaldo on the edge of the box. First touch is just up in the air a little bit. Recycles it around again to Ericsson. United just keeping possession nicely here, you'd have to say, and making Sheriff work for it. Sancho cuts inside. Oh, pulls it back to Ronaldo. Oh, Ronaldo drives it high and wide, and a lovely little interlinking play there between United. Lovely little move, you'd have to say. Ball eventually pulled back to Ronaldo on the edge of the box, and he blazes it over the bar. You going to any United games yourself, said Patrick? I am. I'm going to the next Europa League home game, which is the 13th of... Oh, sorry, it's not the next home game. Maybe it is the next home game. Yeah, the 13th of October. I'm going to that game, the Osasuna, or whatever their name is. I'll be going to that. And I'm also going to the Aston Villa game in the Carabao Cup. I'll be going to that one as well. I have a cup season ticket to Old Trafford, so I'll be going to a few this season. Am says, you remind me of Mark Goldbridge when I got interviewed by him when I was in Hotel Football. And Rory says, what's the score? 2-0 to United. So we're after making a substitution here, and I don't really understand it, to be quite honest with you. And some of these are the one of the things that I would say about Ten Hag. I just don't understand some of the decisions he makes. So he's after making a substitution there, and he's after taking off Delo and putting on Luke Shaw. Like, why? You know what I mean? Delo doesn't need a rest. And you're bringing on Luke Shaw when you could be bringing on a young lad and giving him some game time. I just don't get it. Neymar says, what's your score predictions? Man United versus Man City. I'll wait for that one, Neymar, until the internationals are over, because you know, with injuries and stuff like that, they can determine whether look, obviously Man City are going to be favourites for it, but a score prediction is hard to predict this far out when you don't know who's going to be playing, who's going to be available, things like that. I'll certainly do it closer to the time, so keep an eye out for it. When United playing Crystal Palace FA Cup final, when United played Crystal Palace FA Cup final when we won 1-0, we did. That was a replay. FA Cup final replay. I remember that game. That was Ferguson's... Was it his first bit of silverware, I think? Back in 1990, I think, 91. Chris says he's going to try and go to Old Trafford after Christmas. Happy days, Chris. Make sure you take plenty of pictures and send them on to us. We'll get them up on our socials. And Twig says, yeah, I don't think BP... Oh, you're still talking about food here. What are you on about? Anyway, anyone watching along on YouTube, guys, if you haven't already done so, we have 30 in the watching and only 12 likes. Please take a second, hit the thumbs up button for me. Really helps out the channel a ton. We're trying to get to 5,000 subscribers before Christmas as well. So if you wouldn't mind, hit the subscribe button. Really helps. It really helps out the channel an awful lot. I'm going to a Man United game since Patrick's. Great. Which one are you going to, Patrick? And Am says that was when he interviewed me. Lingard scored. It was Dutch manager Van Gaal. Okay, very good. Very good. Very good. Bournemouth. All right, very good. In January. Happy days. Good time to go in January as well. After the Christmas, something to look forward to. So yeah, game is over really. 20 minutes to go, but the game is over. But I'd like to see some of the young lads get a game here. I really would. I mean, this is just the ideal scenario to get the likes of Garnacho on, to get Charlie McNeil on, to get Zidane Iqbal on, and just give him some game time. You know, just give him some game time. But Aaron says, how would Ferguson cope against Pep and Klopp? He'd adapt. That's what he would do. I think he would be absolutely fine. Like, oh, Ronaldo's in here. Oh, he's just dragged it a bit wide. Players coming in. Anthony, oh, can't get it. Ronaldo just plays the pass a bit too far behind him. Should have been a goal there, really, or a chance at least. But how would Ferguson have got on? He would have just adapted. He would have literally just adapted, and he'd done that numerous occasions throughout his career. When Wenger first came in 96, 97, he adapted there. He had to up his game. You know, when Chelsea came along with Mourinho, took him 2 or 3 years, but he adapted. He built a new team. You know, and then he done it with Man City as well. So he would have just adapted. We may have gone maybe a couple of seasons without winning the league title, maybe, but we wouldn't have gone this long. That's certainly for sure. Chris says, what are hunky dories? They're unbelievable, Chris. Get a packet of them. They're unbelievable. But yeah, I think you're right, Chris. We do need another goal, or we do need another goal before we get the kids on. But I mean, there's only 15 minutes to go. We do look solid as a rock at the back. You know, I wouldn't be changing Varane and Delot, or Varane and Martinez maybe, but you could get Charlie McNeil on up front, you know, for 20 minutes instead of Ronaldo. You could get Garnacho on the left hand side instead of Sancho, you know, and even Zidane Iqbal, get him in the middle instead of Eriksen. You know, give Eriksen a rest. So, do you know how much the programmes are at Old Trafford, says Patrick? I can't really remember that, to be quite honest with you. They're probably £3 or £4 maybe, I would say. And Am says, Klopp is struggling, defence getting shaky, missing Mane, he is past his best Dutch defender. Well, look, the one thing I said when Klopp signed his new contract back in April or May, was it? I said, he's going to have to do a rebuild. He's going to have to build another team if he's staying on till 2027, is it? 26, 27? So he hasn't done that. He has an aging team, you would have to say. Salah's not getting any younger. Henderson is not getting any younger. Thiago's not getting any younger. Fabinho's not getting any younger. Van Dijk is not getting any younger. You know, so he's if he is going to stay there for another 5 years, he's going to have to go into another rebuild. And that's what Ferguson was the master of. He bought young and he bought brave when we were winning. And that's what maintained the success, you know. Twig says McNeil is a great talent. He is. Aaron says, is Chong on loan? I think he's gone permanently, I think, to Birmingham. Cooper says, How we doing there in the game? We're doing okay. I think both teams kind of realise the game is kind of over here, and they're just going through the motions. So, Calais says, come on the Devils. Absolutely, come on the Devils. Chris says, Van Dijk looks cooked. He does. Twig says, Thiago's 32. That's all for a midfielder. And the Villa player is in. Good to see you, pal. Paul is in as well and says, Klopp equals inhalers only work for 7 years. I know what you mean. I know what you mean. I know what you mean. I don't know if there's any real substance to that rumour. Maybe there is, I don't know. Maybe there'll be a Netflix documentary about it in like 15 years' time. And we'll be calling them all frauds. Shaw now getting down the left, cross into the box. Can you do another poll, says Garrod. I can. What would you like me to do it on, Garrod? You let me know. I'll do it. As long as you keep it football related. Keep smashing that like button for us as well, guys. We're trying to get to 20,000 likes before the end of the game. We're at 13,500 now, so keep tapping that screen for me. Helps the channel out an awful lot. Gets more people into the chat. John says, anyone here that Prime will be taking over United? Or doing that United thing. I did hear that, alright. Here's Shaw now getting to the end line. Flicked on by Sancho. No, they eventually clear their lines. Liverpool or Man United, says Garrod. We have to go a bit finer than that now, given the fact that we're in a Man United TikTok live. I think that poll would be kind of only going in one direction, so let's try again. Paul says, need 2 cards and a corner, and the Aka has 1. Absolutely. Bring it on. Well, like, you'd probably get the 2 corner or 2 cards. Oh, that's the one that let you down. The game is over. I think both teams know the game is over. So there's not really challenges flying in. You probably get the corner, alright. So John says, anyone here Prime or covering Man United this season? So it's not this season. I think they're in negotiations at the moment to who's going to do it. Is it going to be Netflix or is it going to be Prime or Apple TV? They're in a bit of a bidding war. It'll probably be next season or the season after, I'd say. Colin said, need Ericsson to have a shot on target for me. Bet builder. Do you know what? I forgot to. I used to do bets. But ever since I started this channel, I just haven't got around to it. I keep forgetting to do them. But yeah, any other bets, guys, let me know. Throw them into the chat there. Oh, good cross. Chance there by Sheriff. I'll tell you what I'll do. We'll do a poll. Here's the poll coming now. Alanga's on. Right. Poll is up. For all the United fans in the chat. The poll is up. And the question is, Andy Cole or Ruud van Nistelrooy? Who is a better striker? It's a good question. Don't rush into your answers either now. Don't rush into your answers. Cole or Van Nistelrooy, both of them were absolutely... I don't even know the answer to that. I'm going to have to give this a think. Both of them were very, very good. Very, very good. Colin says, I thought the match wasn't on until 7:45. Barely got me bet on in time. Oh, we're split already here, lads. We're split already with this poll. Let's have a look. Ooh. Interesting. Manu says rude. Patrick says rude. Chris says rude as well. And then Twig says Cole, 110%. Boys, Andy Cole was class. How can you choose one between the two of them? Andy Cole was unbelievable. He was so good as well, like saying like Van Nistelrooy all day or Cole all day, or you know, wasn't a hell of a lot in between the two of them. Bubbles says Van Nistelrooy, Fox in the box, genius. He was. He only scored 2 goals outside the box, I think. It goes to show how much of a poacher he was. But Andy Cole was similar, you know. Fuck. It's a hard one. Why did I put that up? Colin says Cole and York unreal together, but Rude was unreal as well. He was. That goal he scored against Spurs when he ran from the halfway line, and then that flick around the goalkeeper was unbelievable. Paul says Ruud van Nistelrooy by himself, but Cole with the team. I know what you're saying there, Paul. Yeah, absolutely. Here we go. Alanga now, left hand side. Oh, lovely little 1-2 with Bruno. Oh, Alanga hit it yourself. Oh, comes back to him. Ah, that was a lovely little 1-2 there. Alanga should have a shot, but he tried to square it. Ref gives a handball, I think. Am says, did he score 9 on the bounce? Rude, he did. Scored 9 games in a row, held the record until Vardy beat it the year they won the league. Ad says, I don't mind Pool fans coming on. They want to see a great team. Look, everybody is welcome. Everybody is welcome. Twig says, Cole was a better player and a better person. Chris says, Rude type striker is what we need for this team. 1 goal outside the box. Yeah, absolutely. Francis is on. Good to see you, pal. Thanks for joining. Bubba says, if the ball was in the box with Rude, it was a goal. Yeah, I mean, you just gave him a chance, he'd score, you know what I mean? I'd probably very closely... let's see what the poll is. What's happening in this poll? 60 seconds to go. Yeah. A lot of people saying, well, it's 66-33, so get your votes in on that poll, guys. Ruud van Nistelrooy or Andy Cole? Ruud van Nistelrooy or Andy Cole? Cooper says, wait now. Chris says Van Persie over both. Ooh, no, I wouldn't go. I wouldn't say that. No, I wouldn't say that. I have to disagree with you on that one, Chris. Cooper says, do you watch Formula 1? I did last year, but when I started this channel, I just haven't got time to watch them anymore. And Twig says he prefers Ollie to both. So yeah, I mean, look, we've been blessed with some great strikers. So look, I mean, Ruud van Nistelrooy is after winning there with 2-1 vote. I probably would edge it to Ruud van Nistelrooy as well, just slightly. He was a fantastic player. He really, really was a fantastic player. And like we were saying, that kind of threat in the box, you know, just sniffing out goals in the 6-yard box was unbelievable. You know, it really was. So Sheriff with a free kick here, about about 20 yards outside the box. They're going to just pump it in here. Less than 5 minutes, less than 4 minutes to go of normal time. Little dink into the box, but Casemiro heads it clear. He's quite good in the air, Casemiro, and something that I didn't really notice before. Not that I noticed, but I never took any notice of it when he was with Real Madrid. He probably didn't have to. That again is not a foul, ref. This referee is after giving 3 fouls against Casemiro. He's a fucking numpty, so he is. Casemiro clearly won that ball. Came in around the side and with his toe. Watch. A perfect challenge. Fucking ref is in Egypt, boy. Fucking, and then fucking Robbie Savage is on commentary. It's a foul. Another numpty. Biggest burst, Forlan or Varane? Oh, fuck. I don't think Varane necessarily was a flop. Let me explain. We already had the best partnership in centre midfield in world football at the time with Roy Keane and Paul Scholes. So, and back then there wasn't 4-3-3s or any of that shit. It was 4-4-2, straight 4-4-2. So he would have had to come in and displace Roy Keane or Paul Scholes, and he was never going to do it. It was never a good save by De Gea. He was never going to do it. So, will we say a flop? No, I wouldn't say a flop. I would just say not as good as what we currently had. That would be like having Ronaldo in his prime and signing Harry Kane. He wouldn't get in ahead of Ronaldo in his prime. He just wouldn't. You know, as good as he is, he just would not get into that team. So I think for that reason, Varane wasn't a flop. So I think Forlan, I don't like calling players a flop because I did like Forlan. I really did. The fucker couldn't keep his top on. Every time he scored a goal, he took his top off. But I think he probably came to United too early, and if he had come maybe 2 or 3 years later, I think he would have gone on to be an absolutely unbelievable player for Man United. You know, couple of changes here now. Couple of minutes to go. Anthony is coming off here, and he's going to be replaced by Garnacho. And who else is coming off here? Anthony doesn't look happy coming off at all. He just looks like he's pissed off that he didn't score. But that's what you want, you know. You want to see that. You want to see that in your players, you know. But yeah, who is the United captain of all time? Roy Keane is the greatest captain of all time. Not only with United, with any team ever. He's the greatest captain of all time. And if there's anyone that's not a United fan in the chat, prove me wrong. You know, give me a name. Name a better captain than Roy Keane in any team. And I'll argue with you. User is in. Good to see you, Harry. Thanks for joining, pal. Varane was a numpty, said Chris. Twig says, fair enough, Varane was decent. We didn't play him. And came from Uruguay and he made the Scousers cry. Will you ever like, here we go with the Liverpool bullshit now, look. Robbo is a better captain than Roy Keane. Oh, sorry. Sorry. You're talking about Brian Robson. I apologise. I thought you meant fucking. Why did I think Henderson there for a minute? I don't know why. Anyway, no. Look, I think Brian Robson was a brilliant captain, but he wasn't better than Roy Keane. He just wasn't. Jay says I agree, but would have Maldini and Ramos with him. Yeah, very close. Absolutely very close. They're in the tier 1. So yeah, absolutely. I would have the two of them up there, but they just don't have the same aura or like, I don't know, that kind of steel that Keane has, you know. Ramos maybe to a certain extent, but yeah, maybe it's just here. Oh, Sancho heavy touch. Maybe it's just the United thing. I don't know. I just don't think. They're very close, but they're not as good as Keane. Harry Maguire is on actually. By the way, oh Harry Maguire. Cooper says Roy Keane was the best captain of all time. Chris says Maldini question mark. Yeah, we mentioned him. Twig says come on Harry. Harry Mama is on now. Grace says where are you from? I'm from Kilkenny in Ireland. Grace, who is the best player of all time? There he is, guys. Final whistle. And a good result for Manchester United. Look, finishes 2-0. Job done. Nothing spectacular. Nothing, overly exciting or anything. United go on the road. Get the job done. There's 3 or 4 Sheriff players already surrounding Ronaldo asking for his jersey. So, not saying that, but it goes to show the gap between the teams and the clubs. But look, it's a good result for Manchester United. Happy days. We move on. First 3 points are on the board, so we won't complain. Let's have a quick look. I don't think the other game is... Oh, yeah, it is. So Real Sociedad have won. They've only won... Oh, well, it's 90 minutes. So they're... it's nearly up there. Nearly over. So what that would mean is Manchester United do go into second place in the group. And we go ahead of Sheriff on goal difference. Just slightly. But United will go into second. So 3 points behind Real Sociedad if their result stays the same. It's nearly up. They're into injury time. But yeah, so look, it's been a great watch along, guys. I've really enjoyed it. Appreciate everyone who's left gifts and who's followed and all of that. And Ronaldo has been their stewards and ball boys running over to Ronaldo looking for pictures here. But no, look, I appreciate everyone who's been on. If you haven't already done so, if you're watching on YouTube, please take a second and give a thumbs up for me. It really helps the channel out a ton. So I'd really appreciate that. And if you haven't already done so, hit the subscribe button. If you're watching on TikTok, you can also subscribe now to TikTok. It is at a fee, so there's no pressure on it. Absolutely not. Please follow along. You can subscribe to the YouTube channel as well for free. If you haven't already done so, please go ahead and subscribe. But look, it's been a good watch along. Good performance from Manchester United. Look, I was going to do maybe a player rate and a man of the match and stuff like that, but I think a game like this doesn't really justify it. No one was great. No one was poor. Everyone was just... We went and got the job done, so happy days. If you haven't already done so, guys, please like, share, subscribe. Really appreciate it. Follow along. Daily Manchester United content on both on TikTok and on YouTube. So I appreciate it if you're following or if you're subscribing. Please do so as well. What day is today? Today is Wednesday. So we have no game now. We have no watch along, Manchester United watch along, for 17 days. Okay, so it's going to be a while before we're back doing a Manchester United watch along. But I'm going to do a few watch alongs for the international games. If you would like me to do any games in particular, you can get in contact with me on TikTok or on Instagram or on Twitter. Let me know. I'm happy to, maybe run a poll on it or something like that. And whichever one comes out on top, we'll go and do that. So absolutely no problem there. We'll be back on... Today is Thursday. So we'll be back on... I might do maybe a watch along of a different game on the weekend. But I'll be back Monday night to do a Manchester United news show as normal. Our usual slot of Monday at 7:30. If you haven't already done so as well, we do have our podcast that's live anywhere you listen to your podcasts. Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Play Store, anywhere like that. You can find it, United Community Podcast. Check that out as well. But yeah, are Ireland are Ireland playing? I presume they are actually, if there's a friendly on. Yeah, so if Ireland are playing, I'll do a watch along for Ireland over the next few days. So keep an eye out, guys. If you haven't already subscribed or followed, make sure you do so you don't miss out. We're going to be doing some watch alongs over the weekend, hopefully, probably an Irish one. But what I'll do is, look, I'll be keeping people up to date on all of the games that are going on at the same time. So if we're watching an Ireland game, I'll keep you up to date on the other scores as well. Oh yeah, we're playing Scotland. Yeah, we are playing Scotland. Let me have a look here for a second. I'll look here for a second now. Let's see. Let's see. We're not playing. It'll be next week, won't it? Yeah, I'll figure it out and I'll let you know. Make sure you're liking, sharing, subscribing, following, all of that good stuff, guys. I really appreciate everyone that's been in the chat. I can see the numbers are actually flying up there on YouTube as we speak. It's a pity that wasn't the case while we were watching the game. But yeah, look, if you're new, guys, if you're just joining, we're doing watch-alongs here for Manchester United, daily United content. Make sure you subscribe so you don't miss out. Next time I see you guys, it'll be Monday night. If I don't do a watch-along over the weekend, it'll be Monday night. But keep it. Best thing to do is just hit the bell notification wherever you're following me, and anytime we go live or any new content goes up, you'll get notified about it. But look, until the next time, peace out.